Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Reflect and Revive this Friday morning. I hope everybody's doing well. Just want to pick up where I left off last week, where I was talking about listening, and it really is an art. And as I closed out the devotion, I used a verse there from James 1:19, and where James writes this. He says, "My dear brothers and sisters, take note of this. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, slow to become angry." And I just want to talk a little bit about just arguing and being angry. And if you notice the words that were used here by James, he said everyone. Okay, so this is something that applies to everybody. This isn't just something that you hear something and you go, oh, that would be really good for somebody else. Like, no, it's good for you. He comes out of the gates and saying this is just not just the people I agree with, not the people that I disagree with. This is for all of us, for every single person. And he actually teaches us how to handle arguments as a believer, as a follower of Jesus. And basically saying this is how we're supposed to communicate to everyone. So first he told us be quick to listen. Okay, I talked a little bit about that last week, so I'm not going to spend too much time with that, but actually really listening. But then he picked it up and says, we need to be slow to speak. Now, for some of us, myself in particular, this is a really hard one because, especially in the context of an argument, I want to be really quick to say how I feel or what's going on or why I'm angry, why I'm upset. And so is one of the ones he's talking about here where he's saying, we don't have to speak what's on your mind all the time, especially when you're in an argument. But for us, the thought of not saying what we think or feel is just crazy. But it doesn't mean don't speak. It doesn't mean that we shouldn't be saying what we're feeling. But if there's something that's going on that needs to be said, say it, but make sure that it's said in love. And then so essentially just thinking before you speak. And then also slow to become angry. This is a total shift from what we approach, how we approach arguments typically. We're usually arguing because we're angry, and so we got that quick to listen part down, but we want to be quick to be angry. And so James isn't asking us to not be angry, and he's not asking us to just ignore what we're feeling, but he is asking us to lead with another feeling, a much stronger one in our arguments, and that's with love. Choosing to be slow to become angry means choosing love when we want to hate. And so it's, although anger is what we're feeling, we have to have a bigger feeling, we have to have a much stronger feeling than anger, which is love. And it means focusing on the person, not the point that we're trying to make. Okay, so in other words, I think we need to remember this. We need to care more about the person that you're arguing with than the point you're trying to make. Okay, so you may have a great point, but if the way that you come off and the way you approach something doesn't speak love, if it doesn't, if you clearly care more about your point than you care about, whoever you're arguing with, I think we've kind of missed the point. So it happens, it's part of life, arguing that is. And so just a couple ways to help us to really think through how to argue or how to, maybe win someone over in an argument. The first part is really just memorize this verse, commit it to memory. It's that important. You want your brain to be ready to just, quick to listen, slow to speak, slow to become angry. Just have it right there, ready to roll. And it'll teach you how to argue well. Second thing is apply it to someone. Okay, we all have a person who we probably argue with more than others. It's like one person growing up. It was probably my older brother Mike. But if we think about it, you have one person that it's maybe because you spent a lot of time with them, or maybe because you just like to argue with them. I don't know. That was probably my case growing up. But now it's maybe there's someone in your family, there's a friend. Just someone who you see constantly, or it just seems like you're on the opposite side of an agreement or disagreement on something. So when you think of that person, apply it to that person. So when you think about them, you'll just remember, I need to be quick to listen, slow to speak, slow to become angry. And then also put yourself in their shoes. This one's tough, I know. It's one I'm still working on, but I want to challenge you to just see that person for more than just your differences, more than your argument, your stance, and see and understand that person. Okay? So it doesn't mean you'll always agree with what they think, but it does mean you'll try to understand why they think that. I think the why is so important. So it means you try to actually understand someone. So remember, care more about the person you're arguing with than the point you're trying to make. Okay. And then just ask yourself this question: when I argue, do I argue to win or do I argue to understand? Because it is important to let your voice be heard, but at the same time, make sure you're listening to others. And so, are you trying to win the argument, or are you trying to understand what's going on? So hope this brought some encouragement to you. I hope you have a great rest of your day and look forward to seeing you guys soon. Love you.